everybody, it's Miss Shaw. I'm actually at my mom's house, and as you can tell, she has Danish plates up. This used to be my grandmother's house. So today I am making seafood bisque. Actually, one of my students who says he's going to watch the video when I post it. So I'm going to do a shout out to, hi Bradley, I miss you. Guess what? I even have the shirt on that you guys made last year for me. So, you know what? It's a day, so this is for you guys, okay? Excuse me. As I always say, when I start talking a lot, my nose starts itching. I do not know why. It's always one of those things. So, as I said, I am going to make seafood bisque. I have everything here that we will need. Might have to grab some stuff from the cabinets and stuff. So, seafood bisque can be made with anything. It is actually a milk-based soup, okay? So, I put the pot on to medium. Actually simmer. Because of doing this, I don't want to, as we say, get it burnt. Because I'm actually eating this. So we're going to take butter. We're only going to take 1 tablespoon of butter. Let me go get the knife. And what we're going to do is we're just going to put it into the pot to melt. Okay. It is tough to show, so I might be moving my computer a little bit. So I'm going to move this down a little bit. This has the meat in it. This is my pot, okay? You might be seeing it a little bit later once you put everything in, okay? So, we're going to take 1 tablespoon of butter, okay? And I put the shades down so that you could see better, but the light still keeps coming up. And I turn the light on so, you know, I'm trying my best. Okay, so we're going to let this melt. I'm going to grab a spoon. It is not a wooden spoon. It is a plastic spoon. So we're going to melt the butter, okay? And the reason I have it on low, like low simmer type, is one, I don't want it to burn. And 2, I just want to, you know, get everything going. There will be times I'll be pausing it. So trust me, if I say pause, I'm truly pausing it. And, let me move that up a little bit. I'm truly pausing the video so that I can go do something. Or maybe so it's not taking you so long of a time to do it. The butter's all melted, so we're all set with the butter. Next, we're going to take a tablespoon of flour. Now, I don't measure the true tablespoon, so tell you the truth, this is how I measure. You take it in, you shake your spoon a little bit so it's kind of flat. You go, yeah, that's good. And you put it in there and you mix it around. Okay? I'm all done with the flour. So I'm going to try to... That's... Okay, I'm just going to put it back where it was. Okay, so now you're seeing the pot a little bit better. Mix it around quickly. Okay? Get the butter and the flour in. Next, you're going to measure. Now, I usually don't measure, but when, remember Bradley, when we did this in school, I had you guys measure, okay? Bradley is one of my students, and it was last Christmas, not this Christmas that passed, but the Christmas before, I had all the kids made their individual seafood bisque. I did it in a crock pot, so this can be done in a crock pot. Okay, Bradley remembers me doing it in a crock pot. I had smaller crock pots for the kids, and I only had like a couple of kids, so it was a lot easier to do. And I had a special crock pot, which I'll talk to you later on that. Okay, so next we're going to add the heavy cream. If you do not have heavy cream, it is fine. You can use you can use half and half. Or you can just do all milk. It's fine. And you can add stuff later. So the heavy cream's going in. And then it's 2 cups of milk. Now, I usually will not use a measuring cup for you guys, but because some of you guys are watching this, you know, you might want to do it, okay? Now, I'm using whole milk. You can use skim, you can use 1%, you can use 2%, not a big deal. I'm using heavy whipping cream because actually I learned how to make whipped cream frosting. And I did it once. I did do a video, but then I actually didn't do it correctly, so I deleted that video. So for you guys, with seafood bisque, you're going to mix it up and around. Just mix everything together. So you got your liquid ingredients. Now, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to do 1 pound of seafood. It can be any type of seafood you have. I usually use shrimp, scallops, and imitation crab meat. If you do not have a lot, you can just do imitation crab meat, like especially when it's on sale. That always works well. So these packages come in 8 ounces. 16 ounces equal a pound. This is why I always say you need to know how to convert fractions and know how many ounces are in a pound, okay? And if you don't know that, you can always Google it. So this is, I use the flakes. You can use the, I forgot the ones that are like, you can do sticks and then cut them up, or they come in the little chunk size. You can do that too. I usually use flakes because then they'll unravel and all that stuff. So I'm actually going to do the seafood, the flakes, and then break it up while I'm in the pot. You can do this outside of the pot too, break them up. But I'm going to do them in the pot because it's going to cook. This is something you can actually do and let it simmer and take a while. Or you can do it in 30 minutes, which I've done before. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is, what I did not do ahead of time, is I'm going to take the tails off the shrimp and stick them in there. I did not measure, I did not measure how much shrimp and how much scallops I have, just because I was like, whatever. Yeah, I'm not going to put that one in there. So if you have, say, shrimp that was left over from a meal, like that was shrimp cocktail, you can use that. I use already cooked shrimp because 1, I don't want to cook it. 2, I don't know how to cook it. So I like to get it already cooked. So the tails are coming off. Try to make sure that I don't put them back in the bowl. And I'm just sticking the shrimp right in there. I'm going to guess I probably have over a pound, so I might be adding some more milk to my bisque. Okay. Yeah, that's about it. So, as I said, Bradley loves this seafood bisque. His parents. Hi! Just want to say a shout out to his parents. They have been cool. And I just got like a message from them today, so I'm like, cool. Dancing on, can't dance on the ceiling, but I'll do my little jig, okay? Okay. My kids say I can't dance. I'm like, well, I took dance lessons. I just don't dance the way that they dance. Okay. So, the tails are off, and now I have, whoops, some scallops. Now, I got them frozen this morning, so what happened was that I'm not using all of the frozen scallops and all of the seafood because I'm having a variety. So I found a way in which I can defrost them so that I can get ready to do this for you guys. And what I did is I just put them in cold water and let them defrost that way. Okay? Ooh. Just right. Might add some more stuff to it. So, I've just put everything in there and I am ready for it just to now just cook up. I'm going to, if you want this done in 30 minutes, put it on 4 but stay in the kitchen and literally watch it. If you are one in which it's like, I'm not watching this, I got things to do, put it on maybe a 2 or like a medium-low heat and let it go. Or just keep it on low. Go from simmer up to low. Okay? So I'm just going to put it in. Just going to mix it and now let it be. Okay? Now, let me go back a little bit. The whipping cream, the milk, the butter, and the flour. That's all used for a milk-based soup. So it can be used for Irish potato soup if you want to make that. New England clam chowder. Say you got a bunch of clams and you want to make clam chowder. There you go. You just got your basic milk. Now, as I said, if you do not have, if you don't have whipping cream or heavy cream, you can use half and half. You can just, instead of like doing 1 cup of cream and 2 cups of milk, you can just do 3 cups of milk. If you can't have gluten, you can use some other type of thickening. Instant potatoes is one. Cornstarch is another. Whatever you can use to substitute for thickening, go for it. One time we actually put instant potatoes in the soup because it wasn't thickening up quick enough. So we just started adding instant potatoes to thicken up the soup. Okay? So you can always add everything to it. Okay? And we've just made our basic for our seafood bisque. Now, once it's like starting to the end, I always take some pepper, shake it in or grind it in a little bit. Put as little or as much pepper in as you want to. You cannot even put pepper in if you want to, but also taste it, see. Maybe it might need some pepper. It does not need salt because the seafood already has salt in it. But some people like a lot of salt, so put salt in it. You can also add a can of corn to this. You can add a can of diced potatoes if you want to. You can always add to this. I might be adding corn a little later on, but you've just made seafood bisque. Let it warm up. Let it thicken up some. Get it to the thick you want it. If after a while it's not thick enough, then add your thickener. I would say you can add some more flour to this. You can cook, like simmer it some more, or add instant potatoes. Okay, so I'm gonna take put that in the sink. This will have to go. Hold on, I'll be right back. Just putting some stuff in the refrigerator so it doesn't get too cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and stuff. And I'm going to move my computer because it's my laptop that I'm using so you guys can see a little bit. Okay, I'll move a little bit closer, down a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to bring this closer to you, hopefully. I don't know if, okay. So that is my seafood bisque. I think you're seeing, okay. So that is the bisque. If you want to do this in a crock pot, same way you do it. You start it the same way in the crock pot. Melt the butter, put the flour in, stir it up. Then just add everything to it. Stir it up. You can put it on high, leave it on low for the rest of the day, and you got yourself your seafood bisque. You may add your corn, you may add your potatoes now. It is a simple recipe. You can add fish if you have leftover fish. If you had any type of seafood, maybe leftover that's not breaded, I would not recommend. I don't recommend breaded fish in here, so like take the bread off of it, stick it in here, mix it up, okay? And you got your seafood bisque, okay? So I want to shout out to my kids. You know, I miss you guys. I'm wearing the tie-dye you made me last year. Even goes with my jacket as well. So I love you. You take care of yourself. Have fun. And I hope we'll be back in school very soon, okay? Toodles. Bye.